Hello everyone. Today we are going to apply our this is short application, simple applications of what we have discussed in our previous lessons. Okay, let's now proceed. So we already know the stuff. For this lecture, we will be encountering some other music symbols. This is a staff. We all know that these 5 lines and a larger line here. Now, this is what we call a system. From here to here is called a system. A system is divided into 2 measures. So if you notice, a line here divided the system into 2. This line is what we call a bar line. And this highlighted bar and a bar, thin bar, is what we call double bar line. This indicates that the piece or the end of the whole piece. So in this system, we have 2 measures. Measure is what we call in each part of the system. So this system is made up of 2 measures divided by bar line. Another one here is beside our clef, G clef, is time signature. Time signature tells us how many beats are there in each measure, and the note will receive 1 beat. So this fraction-like figure, but again, this is not a fraction. The number on the upper part of the time signature is the number of beats per measure, and this number, the lower part of the time signature, is the note who will receive 1 beat. So let's see. In this first measure, we have 4 quarter notes. So this 4 means the designated number for quarter note. So therefore, this measure is correct. It corresponds or complies with our time signature. 4 beats, and each quarter note will receive 1 beat. On the other measure, second measure, we have here a half note, 2 eighth notes, and 4 16th notes. We know that in a half note, it is equivalent into 2 quarter notes, and 2 eighth notes is equivalent to a quarter note. So 2 plus 1, we already have 3 quarter notes equivalent for this measure. And lastly, this 4 16th notes is also equivalent to a quarter note. Therefore, this measure has an equivalent of 4 quarter notes, and each quarter note will receive a beat or a count. Therefore, this measure has an equivalent of 4 quarter notes and 4 beats. So this measure still complies with our time signature 4/4. Okay, now in this system we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notes with different pitches. Okay, so we have here the note number 1, 2, 3, and up to 11. So first we must know the duration of each note. That's why we have to take all of these notes out of this stuff first. So if you can still recall our clapping, for us to know the duration of each note, it is very important that we know the duration of each note for us to know how we can play this into instruments, or how we can sing this piece. Okay, so now let's do the clapping. So the note number 1 is a quarter. Note number 2 is a quarter. The note number 5 is a half. 6 and 7, 8. And 8 to 11 is a 16th notes. So within this sequence, we do the clapping. But first, let's do the tararara. Okay, the one we did in the previous lessons. Ta, 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 ra, ti, di, tiri, tiri. Again, ta, 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 tara, tidi, tara, tara. Tidi, tiri, tiri. I'm sorry for that. Last. Ta, 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 tara, tidi, tiri, tiri. Okay, let's do it now in clapping. So, this is how we clap for this set of notes. Ta, 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 ra, tidi, tiri, tiri. Again. Ta, 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 ra, tidi, tiri, tiri. Okay. Now, let us consider now the pitches. After we know already the duration, let's consider now the pitches. So, note number 1 is do. Number 2, it's mi. Number 3, it's sol. And 4, it's si. Remember, we are using G clef. That's why we have our particular pitch for each position, for each line and space. So, let's proceed. Number 5, it's fa. 6, it's la. 7, it's si. 8 is mi. This is fa, sol, and la. Okay. So what we have here is do, mi, sol, si, fa, la, si, mi, fa, sol, la. Okay, let's focus it. Okay, if you notice, I use hyphens to separate each combination of notes. Do, mi, sol, la, sol, si, fa. Now, I combine this note number 6 and 7 to emphasize that these two notes is just equivalent to a beat, one beat. As well as for notes 8 to 11, mi, fa, sol, la, I combine this. I form like a word to emphasize that these 4 notes are just good for one beat. So using these or waves, do, mi, sol, si, fa, because it has 2 beats, a half note, la, si, 2 8 note, la, si, mi, fa, sol, la. Mi, fa, sol, la. So just for a beat, mi, fa, sol, la. So how do we sing it? Do, mi, sol, si, fa, la, si, mi, fa, sol, la. Okay, one more time. Do, mi, sol, si, fa, la, si, mi, fa, sol, la. So that's how we play the duration for this set of notes. So again, we are applying what we have learned in the previous lessons. This is just a simple exercise or simple application. Next time we will do it in keyboard or piano for us to know the sound, how it sounds, because we are just reciting these pitches not in its real pitch or tone. So it's just a short application of what we have learned.